Hello and welcome to another New Ideas review, this time the newly released Fiio M5 audio player and DAC. This little guy punches well above its weight, with minimal controls on the top and bottom, with just a 3.5mm output socket, volume up and down buttons and microphone, as well as power button on the top, on the bottom just a micro SD card slot and a USB-C port. It's made out of aluminium, so it weighs quite a bit, and there's nothing on the front and back apart from a screen on the front and a glass back. Nothing on the sides whatsoever. The user interface is entirely touch-based, with swipes and taps only to navigate through the various options. This can be a bit of a downside on a screen this size, as we will see later on. It houses quite a lot of functionality in a small body, and there are a lot of things you can adjust in the settings menu. Unfortunately, it falls down in several key areas, the first one being stability. Yes, this is an early version of the firmware, but it's still a release version and I found it quite buggy. Sometimes touches aren't registered properly and it can lock up quite readily when playing back files. The 3.5mm socket allows you to connect headphones or even an optical connection, and it also enables line level output as well. The USB-C socket allows charging, and it also allows you to use the M5 as an external DAC. Like the Shanling M0 before it, it also enables you to use it as both a Bluetooth transmitter and receiver, but not at the same time. It supports APT-X, APT-X HD, and even LDAC. And when tested using the LDAC codec and some Sony Bluetooth headphones I've got, I'm pleased to say the sound quality was very good indeed. Performance using standard Bluetooth earphones or headphones can be very disappointing, but that's very dependent on the headphones you're using. Sometimes it's far too compressed, especially at the top end. Unfortunately, I found that you can't use the DAC and Bluetooth at the same time, which is a bit of a pity. The playlist function is a bit odd. You can't change the name of the playlists and you can't import the usual .m3u files either, so you can't tell what the playlists are until you dive into them. The unit comes with only a couple of accessories, a USB charging cable and some screen protectors, but not forgetting the crystal case. Another good thing is there won't be any accidental ejection of the micro USB cards as the slot is recessed quite considerably into the body. The M5 has the ability to be very good, especially for sound quality, but I do wish that the interface was a bit less buggy. It's locked up several times on me, and sometimes only a hard reset will solve it. Some of the on-screen buttons can be very difficult to hit, and I don't have very large fingers. You really have to come at it at an angle or tap at it in a very particular way in order for it to register. For example, using the EQ function. About 5 times out of 10 I can't even get the button to register. So what would I say about this? Well, for sound quality it is really very good indeed, but it does need some upgrades, particularly in the software for the user interface. This is the only thing really that's holding it back from a full recommendation. So at the moment I'd say it's probably a 7 out of 10 for me. There'll be a link to this in the description below. Any purchases made through this link go to help this channel. So thank you very much and see you next time.